Окей. Здравствуйте, дорогие друзья. Сегодня, чтобы вас не пугать, я сначала начну на русском языке. У нас открываются курсы английского языка, уже открылись, уже прошли первые уроки. Они будут и онлайн, и очно. И так как это не наша специальность, и я понимаю, что не все знают, как мы преподаем английский, и английский отличается от французского, сегодня я покажу на примере одного упражнения, как мы работаем с учебниками английского. Здесь я выбрала учебник Outcomes. Это те учебники, с которыми мы работаем в большинстве групп и индивидуально, но есть еще и другие. Только наше такое вот нововведение, нигде я до этого не видела подобной формы работы, поэтому, мне кажется, будет интересно. Буду говорить на английском большинство времени. Вы смотрите это в записи, поэтому вы можете останавливать и выполнять, чтобы вам было полезно с точки зрения английского языка. Уровень intermediate. И будет также полезно преподавателям посмотреть, как любое упражнение можно сделать максимально интерактивным. И начнем. Не пугайтесь. Я не учитель английского, я методист, но буду говорить с вами по-английски. Okay, let's start. This is our vocabulary lesson, and normally we have a task. This is number 4, and let's read it. Check you understand the words in bold and the sentences below. Then decide which two words, phrases in the box could replace each word, phrase in bold, so you are talking about the same subject. The first one is done for you. Let's read first of all these words in bold. Here you have in bold, it means в жирном шрифте, and you have here Poland. This is a country, you have a software engineer, this is a profession, a university, this is a place, etc., etc. You have to understand what type of word is that. That's why we will read, first of all, these words in the box, and then we will analyze. For example, the first one, it's Portuguese. This is a nationality. That means we have to look for nationality in these sentences, and that will be easier to understand. If in the sentence we have a nationality, then we need a nationality in the box, because in this case, we will be able to replace the word from the sentence by the word from the box. Let's read it. And you can stop the video and try to pronounce these words by yourself on your own, because in this way, you will just remember the pronunciation. Sometimes it could be tricky. Let's read it with me. I hope you read it after. Portuguese, португальский, or португалец. Then Japan, Япония, an only child, единственный ребенок. Sport, easy. A civil servant, easy. Married, easy. I think it's easy. Reading as a process, a translator, economics, medicine, Arabic, a twin, Germany, an office, separated. Separated, actually, it's a very interesting word. We can translate it as отделенный, разделенный, but in this context, I think it's someone who lives separated from their husband, for example, or from the wife. То есть кто-то, кто живет отдельно от жены или мужа. Sometimes people aren't divorced, but they're separated from each other. And a warehouse, it's a very difficult word. It means склад in Russian. You can stop the video and repeat it one more time if there are some difficulties with the pronunciation, and then let's try. And the exercise, you see here number 1 to 8. An exercise is very easy. My friend Martin is from Poland. And then you have two options because this is an example, Japan and Germany. But the exercise here isn't interactive. What I mean by the word interactive, I mean the possibility, the opportunity to speak, to create a dialogue, especially if you work with a teacher, you can speak to the teacher. And in our school, teachers actually speak to students. And if you work in a group, you can create this kind of dialogues with your partners. And you can stop the video and think how we can make the exercise more interactive. And then I will share with you my idea. I hope you did it. And look, For example, we have my friend Martin is from Poland. This is an example. And an interaction, it is about a dialogue. Let's think about the question we can ask that this will be the answer. For example, how we can ask and then have this answer Poland. And I have this question here, where, I will zoom in, where is Martin from? This is the question. Откуда Martin? Let's ask the question. And the answer will be, because we have here two countries, my friend Martin is from Japan. And the second option is my friend Martin is from Germany. Look, that was only the exercise we had where we had to put two countries, but there was no opportunity to speak. And now we create this opportunity by creating some questions. And actually, when we create these questions, it's also very difficult. And we will remember the theory of the building of questions. And when we discuss things, we have to be very active. And this practice of building questions is very, very useful for you. And you will get used to ask questions, actually, people on the streets or where you are. It will be perfect. Okay, let's work one more time to understand the exercise. Where is Martin from? My friend Martin is from Poland. We can complicate a little bit the question to, if the answer is my friend Martin, how you can use it, my friend Martin. It will be in the question, where is your friend Martin from? Let's think about the second question. My husband's a software engineer. Software engineer is a profession. Let's think about the question we can ask when we ask about someone's profession. You can stop the video, and then create every question for every sentence, and after we will check it together. And the second question will be, what does your husband do for a living? Here we have this auxiliary verb, does, and then your husband do for a living. To do something for a living, it's about profession. That's why we created this question. One more time, I ask you the question, what does your husband for a living? And the answer will be, my husband's is, and then we look at the words in the books, and let's look for professions. I see one profession. It's a civil servant, and the second is a translator. Why not? It means we have two sentences. My husband's a civil servant, and my husband is a translator. One more time, this is a dialogue, and we can speak, actually. After, we will create all questions, we will work on all questions, and we will speak to each other. We will create this kind of dialogue together. Then question number 3. My brother works in a university. What do you think? If we ask someone about the place of work, what is the question word? And the question word will be where. Yes? I hope you know that. And let's look. And that will be, where does your brother work? The answer, my brother works in, and let's look in the box here. We have an office. It will be in an office, and a warehouse. Squat one more time. It means the answer will be, my brother works in an office and my brother works in a warehouse. You can choose one option. You can choose it. You can say, for example, my brother works in an office and in a warehouse. Let's think he needs money and he works at 2 places at a time. Why not? It's possible, and you can say both, actually. Then let's work on number 4. My mom speaks good French and a bit of Russian. What kind of question we can create to have this kind of answer? Think, please. You can, if you are working with me right now, you can try to put your option on the internet here on chat, and then I will read it. Let's read what do I have here. What languages does your mom speak? And we can also add, because we have here good and a bit. What do you think? What kind of question word that will be? It will be and how. I will add it here. What languages does your mom speak? And how? And как, yeah, to be more precise. And let's read. My mom speaks good. Let's see the languages we have in the box. Portuguese and Arabic. And the sentence will be, my mom speaks good Portuguese and a bit of Arabic. I think that's good. You can add other options too. Question number 5, sentence number 5. We have here, my sister's doing a degree in law at the moment. A very interesting sentence. And we have here, is doing. What do you think the question will be? Think, please, because you have to do it by yourself on your own. It will be more useful for you. Let's see the example with me. What degree is your sister doing at the moment? For you, it's better to use more words in one sentence. It will be bigger, maybe not very natural. I mean that you will not say something like that in real life. Like my mom is doing, your mom is doing. It's too big. But here we are getting used to the grammar. We are getting used to building these big sentences. And that's why it's better to use more words. And what degree is your sister doing? And let's see what kind of degrees we have here. We have here economics and we have here medicine. Let's answer. My sister doing a degree in economics, or my sister doing a degree in medicine. And maybe she's very intelligent and she has a lot of time. We can say both all together in the same sentence. My sister doing a degree in economics and in medicine at the moment. Let's look at the sentence number 6. My parents are really into traveling. To be really into something, it means they like it very much. Let's think about the question we can create here. And I will show it to you. And the question will be, what are your parents into? I will zoom in. You can see it. What are your parents into? And the answer is, my parents are really into reading. They love reading, and they are into sport. Why not? We are speaking here about different activities. 7, my friend Imke is the youngest of 6 kids. It's a little bit difficult, but think about a real question you will ask to get this kind of answer. I'm thinking something about кто самый молодой ребенок в семье Имки? Or в этой семье, for example. Yes? And мой друг Имки самый молодой из 6. And you can build this sentence in English, and we will see what we have here. And the question will be, who is the youngest kid in this family? My friend Imki is the youngest of 6 kids. And here it's some kind of answer. We can also say something different, because the youngest of 6 kids, could be replaced by an only child and a twin. It means the answer will be, there is no the youngest. Yes, he is an only child. My friend Imke is an only child, or my friend Imke is a twin. He has only a brother or a sister, for example. Then 8, my aunt Maria is single. We can actually ask the question, is your aunt Maria single? But we ask this question if we want, for example, to go out with Maria. But if we don't, and it's interesting for us if she's married or not, if she's single or not, we will ask actually the question with married. But here I put the first version, and we can add together the second. Is your Aunt Maria single or married? Because it's more natural, I think. And the answer will be my Aunt Maria is, here we have the option married, or my Aunt Maria is separated. Separated, as I explained already, it's someone who doesn't live with their husband or with their wife. Let's work together right now to practice. The first step, this is the creation of these questions. The second, I can give you, if I work with my students and we have the same exercises in French, when I teach French, we create these questions all together with students. I hope my students will do it very quickly. And after that, I will give them maybe 2, maybe 3 minutes to match words from the books and to be able to replace it very quickly in these sentences. And then we just do it together. If I have several students, I will just ask them to work in pairs, and they will speak to each other, ask each other questions, answer them. Right now, what we will do, I will ask you questions, you stop the video and you answer these questions by the sentences. And after that, I will create some kind of breaks. I will don't say anything, and in this silence period, you will just ask question. Imagine that we are speaking to each other, and I will answer after that. It's great. This is a recorded video. That's why you can just take your time and maybe do it slower because you need it. It's up to you. Let's do it. Where is Martin from? What does your husband do for a living? Where does your brother work? What languages does your mom speak and how? What degree is your sister doing? What are your parents into? What is the youngest kid in this family? Pardon. Who is the youngest kid in this family? Is your Aunt Maria single? Or is your Aunt Maria married? And now I ask you to ask me these questions, and I will try to answer. I will choose only one option here. The first question. My friend Martin is from Japan. My husband is a civil servant. My brother works in a warehouse. My mom speaks good Portuguese and a bit of Arabic. My sister is doing a degree in economics at the moment. My parents are really into reading. My friend Imke is a twin. My aunt Maria is separated. And that's it. It was a simple exercise for the vocabulary, We worked a little bit on the pronunciation. Stress is very important, and a lot of things are important in English. I know because I'm a student myself, and it's very difficult to get used to that. And also, we created these questions and we repeated, revised these question words: where, what, how, who, and direct questions. Is your aunt married? There we have this auxiliary verb to be, and also another type of questions with the auxiliary verb to do. It changes, and it's very important to remember that, especially in the third person of singular. We remember some professions, some countries. B1, maybe it's not typical, but there's some words. For example, not everyone knows a warehouse, or for example, the meaning of separated. The rest, I think it's very easy. And also the intonation, how we ask questions, how we answer this question. And we practiced, and that's good because in the classroom, if there are 2 people, if there are 4 people, it's very good that everyone speaks 50% of the time. And that's it for today. I hope you liked it. And this is only one example of the exercises we're doing, but we create this opportunity to speak. And I think this is the most important. And I hope we'll see you one more time. I'm not a teacher. Don't be worried. I'm not a teacher. I'm just helping our teacher to think about the best way to teach and to create this opportunity to speak the most of the time of the lesson, like 70% of the time, 80% of the time. So you will have a lot of practice. See you.